Hello, I'm going to do a short little video here to try to help show you a way that you could possibly organize your course in your Google Drive system. Uh, I'm currently logged into my Google Drive system, and I wanted to show you an example before we go ahead and kind of build it a little bit. Um, I happen to teach a number of different courses, so I actually created a folder named Class Materials. And then if I open up that folder, I've broken it down into folders outside of the actual classes I teach, as well as the actual classes I teach. An example of one of the classes I teach is the Google Drive class. So I'll open up that specific class folder. So that would be my main course folder. When I go in there, I have exercises for my students, practice homework. If I go into that folder, and I also have in-class exercises, I then break it down by the different subjects that I teach within the course, or some people call them units of studies, modules. There's a lot of different words for it, but choose the word that works best for you. So I teach a unit on Google Docs. If I go into that folder, here's all the necessary handouts / exercises or assignments for those students to do. So I can easily share this folder with them or make share links however I decide to do it. So how did I get to this stage? Well, I at first created a file for myself, a Google Doc, that just kind of mapped out the different Google Suite instructional units that I cover. I cover opening your account, Drive, Docs, etc. And underneath there, I just put main bullet points for the main subjects that are underneath those categories. Now, this doesn't mean that I need an individual subfolder or folder for each one of these individual bulleted items. Some of them could use it, some may not. It just kind of depends. So I usually start with a structure like that. I also did it for my Introduction to Computers course. It looks a little bit more like this. So essentially speaking, if I were to start building my course folders, I probably wouldn't need but maybe one Windows folder, but maybe here working with the apps, maybe I do make separate folders for some of those apps because they'll have specific and individual handouts that could be of major use to people. So I'm going to go ahead now and start to build it in a Google Drive system. And I'll also show you an example that I don't necessarily use personally, but you can also just do things in kind of a chronological order, which is kind of similar to how I set this up. This is the order of how I do these modules within the course, but some people like to do things by the week or the day. So I'll just kind of show an example of that as well. So I'm going to flip over to a Google Drive that is different than my work one because it's less full of things. So here I am in a basic Google Drive. Yours may look more full than this, less full. It really varies, but I'm going to start to build my main course folder. So I'm going to go here to New, and I'm going to choose Folder, and I'm just going to type in the name of the course. So I'll put Introduction to Computers, and that's going to be my main course folder. And it shows up down here. Now keep in mind you may be using a different view. So if I go up to this icon in the upper right, it toggles the view between more of a thumbnail view versus a grid view. I'm currently in grid view, but if I click it, it switches over to more of a thumbnail view where it previews the files larger. Some people like that view better. I personally like grid view, so I'm going to flip back to it. Now, if I want to make the individual units within this course, I'm going to open up my Introduction to Computers folder with a double click and just repeat the process of New, Folder, and name it for one of the units. So one of the first units we work with is Hardware and Software. I click Create. The next unit that I work with is, and I can always check back to my file if I need to, such as doing that, but it's, whoops, sorry about that. It's a New Folder again. It happens to be Windows. I can do Create. I can repeat the process for every other unit. New folder. The next one would be Working with Apps. And this is the one folder that I do know has a lot of subfolder needs because we work with a lot of different apps and each of those might have their own individual handouts. They might have their own individual assignments. And I really don't like my folders to be overly full with 20, 30 different files and have to really scroll them alphabetically and look for it. So I'm going to double click the Working with Apps folder to be in it because remember where you are is where it's going to happen. So now that I'm in the Working with Apps folder, when I go to New, I choose Folder, I can make one of the folders for one of the apps, like we cover Paint. We show people how to create and save files in Paint. We also, if I go to new folder, we also work in WordPad. So I might want to make a folder for WordPad. We end out making a presentation and say PowerPoint. So I go to new folder and I type in PowerPoint. Now you don't have to get to making all these different subfolders if you don't want to. At minimum, what you should be doing is probably making a main course folder like I did, Introduction to Computers. I can click it here to return to it. In that, you're breaking down at least your module or your main topic folders. So that's one form of making an organizational system, is just doing it based upon the topics that you teach. And it's really just doing new folder in the correct places. Similarly to that, and I'm just going to go back to my main starting point drive, is I'll make one that, even though I don't teach a class and say ESL, maybe I'll just make one up that kind of works more in a chronological type order. So I'm going to go to new folder, and let's just say I teach ESL beginning. And I know there might be different levels, whatever it may be, but that's okay just for this sample. I'm going to click create. Now, once again, I need to go into that class folder to make any folders within it. So I'm going to double click it. And I'm going to go now to make my first unit, or actually in this case, I was going to do a chronological. So we'll just go ahead and put in the first week. So I'll go new folder and I'll call it week 1. And maybe just leave it as that. Click create. Then I can go to new again, folder. I can type week 2, create, new folder, week 3, and click create. And then you just continue that for however many weeks there are. If something comes up that you want subfolders, you can kind of do it chronologically as well within week 1. You could even put in day things if you want. You could do day 1, day 2, day 3, like new folder, day 1. Those are your day 1 items within that first week. Then maybe you go new folder, the day 2 items. Now that type of subfolder within a kind of major week like that, once again, comes up to your goal, your idea, based upon a lot on how deeply organized the material is, as well as how easy it'd be for your students to maybe access. Because remember, the point of this is you have the option of sharing the entire class folder with the students or sharing individual week folders whenever you want. But ideally, you'd likely share your overall class folder with your students to give them access to all the materials and they can work ahead if they want. So there are other ways of organizing material based upon units that have to go in a particular order, where if they don't complete a particular unit, they shouldn't go on to the next. So you put them in the order of units that need to be completed, like they build on top of each other. I don't teach any of those types of courses, but those would make basically the same way. So this is a few different ways you can start to create and get organized within your drive. Hope this helps. Thanks.